Each time when I holds the grip of handlebar of my bike, my heart pumps more blood to my brain to achieve more miles than what I logged on Strava yesterday. For me this is not only fitness activity but also my me time too. Every ride has different lessons for the life and every day you rediscover yourself. Riding a bike or cycling is challenging. Learning to ride in various situations for 20+ miles at a time has forced me to get out of my comfort zone and push myself to accomplish more than. While riding a bike is a physical activity, the experiences provide great metaphors for living life in a new way. I've learned so many life lessons from riding a bike that I want to share. Here are some of my humbling takeaways. Lesson number 1, planning. When you are attempting virtual cycling challenge, planning play a crucial role in winning. I attempted 21 days 300 kilometers challenge. I planned when I'll run the distance and how much I will run each day. If I have to cover 300 kilometers in 21 days, each day I have to cycle 14.3 kilometers. If I miss any day, next day I have to cover just double of it, i.e. 28.6 kilometers. So I plan to complete in 15 days rather than 21 days, considering any incident which may halt my cycling schedule. So each day I plan to cover 20 kilometers so that safer side I will complete the target distance before due that. During this 21 days, once dog bite incident happens and bad weather halted my 2-day cycling sessions. But I completed the same with planned 15 days. Management lesson: carry out a fair and honest assessment of where you are and where you want to be. Set smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Lesson number 2, training. After a detailed planning on paper, I tried to acquire additional knowledge and expertise from someone who already has completed such type of challenge. I started discussions with so many Strava friends and got lot of inputs from them. Management lesson: do not be hesitant to benefit from the knowledge of people who have achieved what you want to. Enroll in programs and training that help you to win the race you wish to win. Lesson number 3, dedication. After starting to train, the cyclist knows that their only task now is to keep showing up and to remain dedicated. This might include staying on a prescribed diet for the duration of the training, waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. to practice, getting proper sleep to keep the metabolism right, and not giving up when you feel can't break your records. Management lesson: for each role or position that you want to attain, you will have to make sacrifices, change certain habits and behaviors, but still keep on keeping on. A dedicated person stays the course, no matter what. Lesson number 4, pride. Whether training to be a cyclist or after becoming one, the cyclist proudly wears the title for a lifetime. Even before crossing the finish line, the cyclist takes pride in the efforts he or she putting. This pride-fueled motivation helps the cyclist to cover the distance that they want. Management lesson: even though you might not be where you want to be, you are still on the way to getting there. Take pride in your efforts, in your dedication, and the sacrifices you are making. Let yourself be your inspiration. Lesson number 5, breaks are good. The cyclist knows that while cycling, it is sometimes necessary to stop and rest. Forward momentum cannot be sustained indefinitely, and one must ease up and take a break. Management lesson: don't feel guilty if you feel like stopping midway and napping or doing nothing. Make sure to get back on your feet quickly, though, since the clock is forever ticking and you have a finish line to reach. Lesson number 6, team it out. The cyclist knows that pedaling in isolation always is not going to help him/her cover the required distance. Cycling along with others helps to pass the time and makes the ride much more joyful. Plus, in case of an emergency or an undesirable situation, help will be riding right next to you. Management lesson: working separately from the group isn't going to help you cover the miles. A warm, friendly attitude will. A collaborative environment leads to a better outcome for all. Lesson number 7, expect the unexpected. A cliché, but on the road, anything can happen. For me, Sunday morning I was cycling far away from my locality and at around 6:30 a.m. street dogs has bitten on my legs. The leg was bleeding from the bite location and returning back with injury was the painful. One fine day I planned for 50 kilometers cycling. I didn't notice the Strava navigation was stopped due to some technical error. I traveled almost 50 kilometers as the track was known to Maine and I had traced the same path earlier. So after reaching home, Strava was showing 16 kilometers only, though I ride bicycle for 50 kilometers. It was distressing moment for me. Being chasing the challenge was real life learning for me. Management lesson: have backup ready at all times. Expect the unexpected and employing your imagination, prepare as much as you can for any undesirable situations. Lesson number 8, ride second. A common tendency is to vie for the first or the lead position in a group setting always. However, a smart cyclist knows that to be a randonneur more clever thinking is involved. So, he rides second, i.e. behind the leader to avoid the wind drag that hits one in the face and makes riding difficult. He does so until the last 2 or 3 kilometers, and after that, he pushes past the leader to finish first. Management lesson: don't be afraid to cruise behind someone for some time. The most important thing is to cross the finish line. Back in the day, Apple had already come up with the idea for the perfect OS, but their systems were way too expensive. So, Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, created their own OS, Windows, inspired by Apple's, and offered it as a cheaper price. It sold, and Windows has been in the forerunner in the software market ever since. Lesson number 9, cross-training is key. As I crossed 40, I was putting off lots of weight, and due to job stresses, I was low on energy, so I decided to fix my schedule for physical fitness. For overall fitness, it is crucial to cross-train other muscles in body. Management lesson: if you want to run longer and faster, don't forget to cycle and swim. If you want to achieve something big in life, then do have some other hobbies to support your big purpose. Lesson number 10, don't miss the journey for destination. Things I like while cycling are fresh crisp air outside of city, most amazing run rises, sunsets, rain bows, beautiful colors of clouds, bird chirping, morning dew, lovely smell of soil and flowers, etc. Management lesson: while you are racing to destination, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Many times, it is more rewarding than destination. Lesson number 11, slow and steady still wins the race. Due to the long-distance nature of the sport, the cyclist knows that it's no use pedaling hard to reach the finish line. Doing so would only lead to injuries and tiredness. So, she reins in the urge to floor it on the road and instead, takes it slow and steady. Maintaining a rhythmic pace, the cyclist doesn't have to stop too much or risk unnecessary injuries. Management lesson: although it might seem like you are short on time, you seldom are in reality. Steady your pace at each step and steadily work towards your goal. There's only one race where you are your competitor. You are fated to win this one. More than any other field, sports is an area from where we can all pick lessons to apply in our daily lives. Lesson number 12, long races are run in mind. All long-distance runners and cyclists would agree on this. Your body warms up in first 10 to 20 kilometers of cycling. After that, it is your mind which keeps you going or decides to go back home. Management lesson: mind is always the first to give up. If you decide to finish the race or achieve anything in life, win it in your mind first. Lesson number 13, don't forget to reflect. Basic reason why I cycle or run is because it gives me time to reflect and unwind. Cycling helps me release my work pressure. I use this time to let go my negative emotions. It is time to thank Mother Nature for everything I have in life. You can also meditate while running, cycling, walking, taking bath, etc. Management lesson: always have some time in your day to practice attitude of gratitude. Do keep 5 minutes in your day to count your blessings.